There is a very comfortable idea about Nvidia. If artificial intelligence demand is so strong, everything the company produces should be sold. But the 10K shows an exception that cannot be ignored. And I found it in a part of the filing that many people skip because it is buried inside regulation, products, licenses, and inventory. But that is exactly where the clues usually appear. In April 2025, the US government informed Nvidia that a license was required to export its H20 product to the China market. As a result, Nvidia recorded a $4.5 billion charge in the first quarter of fiscal year 2026 for excess inventory and purchase obligations related to H20. That raised an eyebrow, because if the narrative is infinite demand, how does a multi-billion-dollar charge for excess inventory appear? Look at the tension. On one side, Nvidia talks about massive growth in artificial intelligence. On the other side, the filing shows that a specific product was hit by regulatory restrictions and ended up creating a massive charge. Now, be careful with this part. This does not prove that global demand is fake. It does not prove that Nvidia is not selling. It is not proof that the business is broken. But it does prove that demand is not a perfect force that absorbs everything without friction. Demand depends on the product. It depends on the country. It depends on regulation. It depends on licenses. It depends on whether the customer can actually receive the product. And that is where the real finding appears. Inventory exists to be sold. But if a restriction changes access to a market, that inventory can become a problem. The filing also says that licenses were later granted to ship certain H20 products to certain customers in China, and Nvidia generated approximately $60 million in revenue under those licenses. Put those two numbers side by side. A $4.5 billion charge, $60 million in revenue under those licenses. That is not the same side story. The simple version says artificial intelligence absorbs everything. The filing shows something more realistic. Demand can be strong, but regulation, geography, and timing can block part of that demand. Remember this. A company can have enormous demand and still face problematic inventory if the wrong product gets trapped in the wrong market. The crowd sees infinite demand. The financial investigator looks at the inventory that did not become a sale. This is Renzo Market Lab. We do not follow narratives. We audit the numbers.